tell you this, Karen. Seems like the OGs are more. They can also lead you wrong. So don't get me wrong. But the OGs, are they're different. You know, if you look at
Today, as we always have, we discuss in a short responses on commonplace situations and trending news. Today we have a really interesting story. I made a joke about it. No Fugazee Podcast crashed and burned. Gotta ask yourself, what is No Fugazee? Well, No Fugazee is let's call it a red pill kind of podcast. It seems like the red pill guys are having a bit of a problem this year. Seems like they're getting exposed left and right a little bit. Let's take a look at this video. And some of you might recognize the face. Another crash out. Fair use.
And I'm black. Single moms, recreational use only. Recreational use only.
Not a single mom of two.
That's why he talked the way he talked.
Shout out Benny Ray for the investigative journalism.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
Now I know what you're thinking. You're the single mom guy. Check me out. I never once told you not to date a single mom. I never said any of that. But this nigga.
Recreational use only.
So you got with a single mom of two, gave her a baby, and she's pregnant again. Not to mention.
Since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa.
And I have the white one.
Cringy interracial couple content.
Recreational use only.
Seems to me as though
You're doing more than recreational use with her, buddy.
I could.
Looking crazy out here. There is this longer version of the video, which is from the original content creator, where he basically breaks it down a little bit.
Be careful about where y'all get y'all relationships.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Can you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that. If you add that on,
That's why he said that. That's why he talked the way he talked. That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kid with a single mother who was a BBL Becky. Mind you, getting her knocked up because she's currently pregnant, not even married to her. They've been together since 2017 and has yet to put a ring on her finger.
Whoa.
I think everything is a proposal.
and darling, this is more than anything. So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses.
That's crazy, by the way. This is crazy. Actually, making the kid choose which Santa they want. So wild content right here, but people like this type of content.
Santa,
And I have the white one.
and let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Like, all the boxes were checked. Cringy interracial couple content. She's begging to be proposed to. She's a single mother. All of these things that he tells you in clips like this.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
Anyway, we get the point.
I'll tell you this here. Seems like the OGs are more. They can also lead you wrong, so don't get me wrong. But the OGs are they're different. You know, if you look at I mean, the late great KS. That was like he was talking. He was misunderstood, I think, or people didn't want to understand them because he was saying he was pro marriage, but he was saying things that people didn't want to hear. But he was pro marriage. Other people are saying, you shouldn't have kids with women. Others saying you shouldn't date women. So it ranges from cuckoo to crazy. But you have other people. I'm not gonna name them all, but you have other legit people. So, and the whole point is, it's so one thing people forget here. You can have a great marketing and sales plan and team, but if you have a shitty product, people are bound. So your reputation and your company is bound to crash, especially if you're not working on developing it correctly. Now, we all know the show in Miami. Where when you get in, they greet you by saying hi.
New times.
So they kept trying to escalate it, crazier and more shocking and more shocking.
Yeah.
But a brand, I believe you as well, a proponent of slow, and it's okay. So the reason where I'm getting at is that people, they're good at, they have money, so they buy the studio, they pay for the studio, have good quality, they have a production team, they have an editing team, they can produce, but you can't say something. So, for example, KS wasn't saying you don't stand a chance.
No.
He was saying, as a single mother of two with two different baby daddies, you're less desirable than you would have been if you didn't have the two kids, for example.
Yeah.
But he wasn't saying don't go marry them. He was saying there are a lot of, if you have a single woman with no kids, it's different. So he was saying harsh truths, but he was pro marriage. And so I think that it's very hypocritical. And everyone I saw, to be honest, everyone I've seen blow up very fast seem to encounter things like this. Two channels who are still up, and I don't know the names, is the Hilo one, but the white version.
Yeah.
They're still there. And there's this other guy, and I don't know his name, but he usually sits in a panel with a couple of women and he talks.
And there are multiple guys, right?
This one is one dude, I believe, but like with two women usually, or at least on the I see him on IG.
I see. I know which one you mean. The guy with the dreads, kind of.
Yeah, he has a cap on almost all the time. So.
Yeah, I know which.
So he's always, but those are not like they spit facts, but they don't. It's like slow. I'm sure he has is following, but it's just. You need to keep making sounds. That's more important to me. So, anyways,
I think a lot of these podcasts, and this is a problem in general. It seems like they are the core is around making people feel smaller a lot of times. I think what you hit the nail on the head, where sometimes Kevin was saying the chances are smaller, slimmer. Make sure you are fit. How would they say fit?
Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah, that. If you want to have a chance with high value men, but the problem comes, and that's something you see with a lot of these guys. They are taking points from other content creators that points that are clearly performing well. So, for example, saying don't date single mothers. Not that I would say date single mothers, but I'm making the point. They say don't date single mothers because another podcast was saying it, and it had good hits. They say avoid women with, I'll give an example, women with tattoos and all those stuff. There's all these points, then people are checking out, oh, these points are making sense. Let me copy it, copy paste, and use it for my own platform. At the same time, they live a totally different life. But for example, this is a perfect example of that, where he's saying don't date single moms, but he's out here shooting clubs in shooting single moms clubs up.
Bunny hopping.
Well,